Why is it always the same people making up the same stories? The progressives on social media, they're making up that Israel, we're the ones burning the forests in Patagonia. And they make it up like that because they're the opposition to Javier Milei's government, since he's pro-Israel, but Israel, that we're burning forests. Come on, if Israel is the country that makes deserts bloom, like the Yatir forest, for example. Israel, we put out fires around the world without asking for anything in return. Israel helped Cyprus last year, Greece in 2023 and 2021. The California wildfires, Israel was there. In the Amazon fires in Brazil in 2019, Israel was there putting out fires. Israel is already preparing aid for Argentina. That's who we are. We love Argentina because Milei and most Argentines have supported us in recent years. In fact, it's Israel's enemies who burn forests and do it openly. I have to remind you, don't I, that Hezbollah in August 2024 started burning northern Israel with a terrorist strategy against Israel, or the Gazans in 2018 launching incendiary kites to burn southern Israel. They burn forests, Israel, we create forests. And I'm telling you this as a farmer, which I was in a kibbutz a few years ago. Look at Iran, a place full of resources, and now they don't even have water. Gaza is the same. In 2005, Israel handed over Green Gaza with greenhouses so they could have an economy, and the Gazans literally set the greenhouses on fire. Why? Because they were greenhouses. Jewish? The largest philanthropic fund in Israel, the Keren Kayemet, was created to plant trees, to make forests flourish. We Jews donate millions so that the world can have more trees. In almost every Jewish home, there is a blue Keren Kayemet L'Israel coin box, and when it fills up, that money is sent. What for? To plant trees. Israel is an ecological miracle, unmatched worldwide. We're the only country to have more trees in the 21st century than at the start of the 20th century. Accusing Israel of burning forests in Patagonia is a crazy theory. Besides the theory that we control the weather, which is also another funny theory. In fact, Israel. We are the only country that has a holiday dedicated exclusively to trees, the holiday of Tu B'Shvat, in which the civilian population, we go out as families and plant, it is estimated, about 1 million new trees every year. And that's a lot for a territory as small as Israel, because Israel is the size of the province of Tucumán in Argentina. According to Jewish law, the first commandment for a Jew arriving in Israel is to plant a tree. Our biblical account in Genesis begins by saying that on the third day, God created nature before human beings. In the Hebrew Bible, it is forbidden to destroy trees. The Midrash says that when people cut down fruit trees, there is a cry that goes from one end of the world to the other, and it is inaudible to human beings. So don't come to me with theories and nonsense blaming Israel for everything. It's like when we're accused of drinking Christian children's blood at Passover, even though Jewish law forbids blood. These ridiculous people from the opposition to the Argentine government don't know what else to make up and just want to find fanciful excuses to bother Javier Milei's pro-Israel stances. Patagonia is, tragically, on fire. And now the conspiracy theorists have come out on social media like a witch hunt, looking for someone to blame. And you can already guess who they're blaming for the fires. That's right, the Jews, obviously. Apparently, we Jews are the ones who control the weather, just like an expert in Iran said a couple of months ago. If, for those people, we created the Black Plague in the Middle Ages and all those stories that only progressives believe, then why not? So, are they going to blame us for the fires in Patagonia too? And it's because, according to those idiots, and I say idiots in their local language so the idiots understand me, demonizing and blaming Israel fits perfectly into their usual narrative. And where did they get that story about Israel? That we're burning Patagonia because there was a 20-second video going around where an Argentine is yelling at a tourist not to cause any damage. That's it. Zero context, zero explanation about what, who, when, where, nothing. But since progressives don't have critical thinking, you can always feed them whatever story you want about Israel being the bad guys. Even in Patagonia, where we aren't, even when they drink mate, we're there. Progressives are desperate to find a new excuse to keep attacking Israel. Because they've had a really bad month. Nicolas Maduro got caught, the regime in Iran is collapsing, and they lost elections from Argentina to Chile. I mean, they're always on the wrong side all the time, everything goes wrong for them, poor guys. That's why now they're looking for some relief from that slap that reality is giving them in the face. And their only relief is to make up anything with any 20-second video without context. To blame Israel for whatever Israel. We're the bad guys even in Patagonia because without Jews there's no news. Because that clip is so ambiguous that even I could blame Bolivian tourists for the fire. Start ranting, they're the worst evil. That's why Bolivia shouldn't exist, blah blah blah. But no, that accusation doesn't work with Bolivians because the anti-Semitic myth only works with Jews. Because we've always been blamed for every possible conspiracy. It's just that, according to those idiots, we even crucified God. So we're so powerful and so evil that even when the first investigations point to a group of Mapuches, I, who try to think critically whenever I can, don't take a stance on the issue so lightly. And well, their accusations contradict the story of the Andean plan. Because why Israel? Would we burn the forests we want to steal? If they don't understand, their story collapses on its own. They're just losers who need a conspiracy theory.